What's up, everybody? Welcome to Quantum Ascent. I have GALA up on the screen, the one-day price chart here. Last time we checked in, June 26th, back over here. I said, guys, sure looks like the double bottom is locked in. Wave 3 is going to be a monster. Are you ready for the fun part? Since then, we have been up only. Let's go. TA works. Understand when it ends. Understand when the trends have to change direction. So let's go. Love that here for GALA. Right now, battling up by the 236 and also this second wave high here. So, bouncing hit the 382, bouncing around in here a little bit. Just got to wait for the rest of the market to get going here, and GALA should continue up. So, in this video, we're going to talk about waves 3, 4, and 5. These were, obviously waves 1 and 2. So, let's talk about it. GALA is one of those coins where you have to pay attention to the market cap chart. There is some type of inflation. I don't own any, but by inflation, I mean tokens being unlocked and released onto the market. I mean rewards, stuff like that. I know there's a gaming aspect to this. So, you got to pay attention to the market cap chart when you're doing your Altseason target, because over the lifetime of the asset, which for GALA goes back to 2020, there's a lot more inflation over 4.5 years than there is in just a few months. So our target up here at 21 cents, I understand it's not setting a new all-time high with the price target, but it is what it is. I have a video out on that gets way deeper into the wave count. You can go check that out on my X, but that's not what we're doing right now. So ultimately looking for this fifth wave to get us up there at 21. So again, ordinarily I'd use the market cap chart in this situation, but it's only been, 6-7 months since. So to keep this a little bit more simple, we're just going to do it like this. Looking at this next wave here, this macro third, it sucks that this second wave went so deep, right? Because it did pull it quite down in this wave 1 and 2. Like that wave 1 didn't really give us the gas we would have hoped for at that point. But if we see here, a full extension of this first to second wave gets us up here around 6.2 cents. And there is an area up here, right? If we look back on the price chart, we've been stopped out here quite a bit. So it would make sense in that situation for us to get up to, at least this level in here. Let me draw it out for you. Looking at, there's all these highs here, right? So I'm looking at like 6.3 cents on that. This fourth wave can be anywhere from like 35 to 50% typically. I think it could come back down here. Still doesn't even quite hit wave 1, which it could. But if we look at this drop here, a third to fourth wave drop, this would be looking at 50%. Okay. And then the last blow off here in this scenario, we could draw some waves here and there, right? Because we're saying, all right, let's take an extension of this third to fourth wave here. That gets us up about 17 cents. Okay. So it would be a little bit more of an extension of even that in this scenario. Now, if this pulled down all the way to here and I pull this down, look, we're even closer. So we're going to have to pay attention as we go. Like I'm trying to call this weeks, months ahead of time. Like it's not easy. This is a theory on how we get there, right? Using math. So you have your 1, your 2, 3 up to there. You typically get a 35 to 50% retracement on a coin like this, probably closer to the 50% end, and then you go into your blow off top. So what this would look like here would be 100% wave 1, 430% wave 2, so 5.3x on this wave overall, and then you'd get pretty close, 570%, a 6.7x on that last push. So again, we got to wait and see, guys, because this third wave here that we have going this full extension, this third wave here that we have going this full extension, could end up coming all the way up here to that high, right? And then that would adjust this and we'd be able to see, and then who knows, the range, the 4236 might hit right there. So we just have to wait and see, but I'm sticking with the fibs right now, using math, and we'll see how this plays out. So the third wave wouldn't be the longest in this situation, but it's also not the shortest. So all parameters would be met for a 5-wave move. One more thing I'll show you here just on the larger time frame. Again, we're using the market cap chart for this. So, but if I used this and I pulled it down, that 21 cent target is exactly also at the 236 on the price chart range. So go watch that video for GALA, guys. If you like the way I do this, I have a private membership group that I opened a couple weeks ago, Quantum Circle. I do so much of this type of analysis, guys, on the macro so that you understand how everything works together. Because it's great to chart this out for your individual coins, but if you're not paying attention to the macro picture, you're going to end up round tripping your bags, man. So I get into a ton of that. Link for that is in the bio. 25% off your first month. If not, just happy you guys are here. Please follow, like, repost. Been doing TA a long time, and I just want to help as many of you guys as I can. So hope your Tuesday is off to a great start. I'll talk to you in a bit.